One crisp spring morning, 10-year-old Melissa decided to follow her curiosity and explore the mountains near her village. With her trusty backpack and a map her grandpa had given her, she set off on a trail that wound through dense forests and bubbling streams. Little did she know that this adventure would lead her to an extraordinary discovery. After a few hours of walking, Melissa stumbled upon a small clearing. In the distance, she spotted a village she had never seen before, nestled among the terraced hills. Smoke curled lazily from the chimneys, and the sound of children's laughter echoed through the trees. Excited, Melissa made her way towards it. As she approached, she was greeted by an elderly woman with long silver hair. "Welcome, young traveler," the woman said warmly. "I am Amina, an elder of the Atayal people. You found our hidden home in the mountains. Come, let me show you around." Amina guided Melissa through the village, where the Atayal people lived in harmony with nature. Each season, Amina explained, played a vital role in their traditions and way of life. In spring, we celebrate Smoliv, the festival of new life, Amina said, gesturing to children who were planting seeds in the rich soil. We honor the spirits of the earth and thank them for the rebirth of the land after the cold winter. This is when we plant our crops, and life begins anew. Melissa was captivated by the beauty of the village. The air was fresh, and the energy of spring seemed to fill every corner with joy and hope. She could see how much the Atayal people respected the earth and its cycles. As they walked further, the warmth of summer surrounded them. The fields were lush and green, and the villagers were busy tending to their crops. "Summer is our time of growth," Amina explained. "The days are long, and we teach the younger generation how to care for the land, gather food, and weave stories into our fabrics. This is when we tell the tales of our ancestors." Melissa watched in awe as children her age practiced weaving beautiful patterns into cloth. Each thread seemed to tell a story of the mountains, the rivers, and the lives of the people who lived there. Amina smiled as she showed Melissa how each design had been passed down through generations. By the time they reached the heart of the village, the leaves were beginning to change color. Autumn was arriving, and with it came the preparations for the kale. "Autumn is when we reflect on all that we have and all that we've learned," Amina said. "We gather food for the winter and remember those who came before us." The village buzzed with activity as everyone worked together to prepare for the ceremony. The smell of roasting chestnuts filled the air, and Melissa could feel the warmth and gratitude that autumn brought to the community. As their journey came to an end, Amina led Melissa to a quiet spot overlooking the snow-capped mountains in the distance. "Winter is when the earth rests, and so do we," Amina said softly. "It's a time for stories and stillness, for gathering around the fire and keeping our traditions alive." Melissa sat in awe, feeling the peacefulness of the moment. She realized how deeply connected the Atayal people were to the natural world and its seasons. Each phase of the year, spring's renewal, summer's growth, autumn's reflection, and winter's rest, held lessons not just for their way of life, but for her own as well. As Melissa thanked Amina and began her hike back down the mountain, she felt a new sense of wonder. She had discovered not just a hidden village, but the rhythms of nature that connected all living things. And she knew that she would carry the lessons of the seasons with her, wherever her adventures would take her next.